Would you by any chance want to grow any type of vegetables or crops but you lack space? Vertical gardening is about growing upwards instead of outwards. You might take a chance with this. And it's easier on your back too, whether you have a backyard. Vertical gardens are an amazing way to beautify walls and any type of small space for that matter, inside or out. It offers the opportunity to make the most of walls, fences and barriers to grow everything from vegetables to perennial plants and more. Plus, it's really budget friendly. Today we give you an opportunity to learn all about the benefits of vertical gardening, which plants are best suited for it, and how to get started with this vertical gardening. So, let's go to the farm. Hello and welcome to yet another exciting episode of Kilimo na Biashara. Today we want to show you something new, or rather something you've not tried in your small space at home. Today we focus on vertical gardening. You're wondering what that is? So join me in the farm.
Hi, Leader.
How are you?
I'm fine.
I see you're busy sorting some of the vegetables there.
Yes, I'm sorting the vegetables. We have sukuma wiki and we have spinach, which we are preparing to plant in the Wonder multi-story garden, which is our star product.
I heard you're doing vertical gardening.
Yeah, vertical gardening is our main job in the name of Wonder multi-story gardens, which itself is a revolution in farming, because we are enabling those people who thought they could not even farm because they are limited by the spaces, most of them in urban areas.
Ooh, now I'm ready for that. Well, at this point, with the cost of living really skyrocketing, you have to get your pen and paper ready because vertical gardening is about to go down. What is vertical gardening?
Vertical gardening, Linda, is just here.
It's right here. But what really is vertical gardening? Like, I really want to understand.
Vertical gardening is a concept which uses the vertical space so you are able to plant more plants than the conventional way. And they're doing very well.
They're really nice. They look so healthy.
They're very, very healthy because we are taking good care of them.
So which crops can you grow in a vertical garden?
You can grow quite a variety of crops like sukuma wiki, spinach, managu, terere, lettuce, broccoli, cabbages, carrots, dania, and even herbs.
Those are so many crops. But now I'm so curious, how did the idea conceptualize? How did you even think of commercializing vertical gardening?
It has been a slow process because first I had to prove the concept here in my farm, so others who see it through the social media or even coming to visit the farm, they can adopt it.
But how did you start? Were you a farmer from before, or what were you doing before you started farming?
I can say I'm gifted to be an innovator. An innovator is just like a musician, just like a writer or an artist. You just think about anything on how you can make an improvement, and then you do it practically, and you come with an innovation which can be adopted to all people who can. I started with one in my front yard. Then I later come to plant about 10 of them So people, maybe friends, relatives, when they come to visit me, they would see that it's a good concept and they would adapt it. And I also gave to my elderly neighbors as donations. And when maybe their children, their grandchildren came to visit them, they could sell and they would buy. So that's how we started.
And how has the growth been? Because you started with one of this.
The uptake now is going to another level. We have registered a limited company, and we have the marketing team, we have the social media team, and we are doing in the urban areas and in the rural areas.
Pharaoh will still talk about marketing later on. Tell us, what are some of the advantages of vertical garden?
Here we call it Wonder Multi-Story Garden, and it has many advantages over the conventional way. First is space, because you utilize a very small space and you can plant many crops. For example, in case of sukuma wiki or spinach, where in the conventional way you can plant 16 vegetables, using our concept you plant up to 120 vegetables. And the other advantage is it's very economical on water, because for a standard garden it uses just 20 liters of water. And then it's also very economical on manure, because for one garden you use half a bag of manure.
Speaking of manure, is it organic? Is it an organic farm, or you use the normal fertilizer?
No, we practice organic farming. If you want to beat others, do organic farming. So we have never applied fertilizers. We just use goat manure, which is doing very well.
So aside from water and the materials, what are other key requirements that one would need when you're starting this type of farming?
Things like weeding, which is very minimal. Then you can do just the things like pruning, depending on the plant. So it's not labor intensive, and even if you are going to an office, you can just visit and do job on the farm and go to the office without even changing.
Right here I see there's capsicum, I see there's kales and many other crops. Do you also sell this produce? Have you commercialized this? Because I can see you can sell these crops and you also install these products.
In fact, we have been in a commercialization stage from 2018, and we have planted all over the country, in urban areas and in rural areas. And we can plant as little as one garden as per the requirements of the client, and we can even plant as many as 500 per client.
I still want to know, you have this capsicum. Do you sell them separately, aside from being a person who installs this system?
Yes, Linda, we sell the capsicums and all the farm produce like sukuma wiki, the strawberry, which is our main crop. In fact, our core business is selling of the materials and installing and planting. We are doing 80 plants in this garden.
So Pharaoh, when I have all the materials in place, tell me which type of soil is really favorable, especially when you want to start this gardening?
We require a client to have loam soil, because loam soil is a bit stable.
So you recommend loam soil?
We do recommend loam soil.
But now how about someone who lives in a dry area or where temperatures are quite high?
There's no problem, because our garden has been planted in places as far as Garissa, which is very hot. And because of that quality of water conservation, they also do very well even there.
Pharaoh, I see you've installed a net here. What's its significance, or what are the importance?
The advantage are more than the disadvantages, because one of the disadvantages, obviously, there is a cost. If you want anything good, it has to be associated with a cost, because first you'll have to buy the material. But it's not all that expensive, it's pocket friendly, which is affordable.
Talking of affordability, maybe you can just tell us, what was your startup capital? And being in the business, how were the returns on investment?
When I just started with one. So the startup capital, I can proudly say it was less than 5,000 because I just bought the first material, the silage material, and I did my garden. I did not employ any labor. I was doing it myself. So it was less than 500 shillings, and it has been multiplying there and there. For example, here we have about 200 vertical gardens or wonder multi-story gardens.
Now that you've gotten used to this type of farming, would you ever go back to the conventional way?
I think it's hard because now I have something which is working. I've proved this concept throughout the years and it's working, so I cannot just go back.
So you say today is planting day?
Today is planting day. It's a very important day in a farmer's diary because the Bible says you harvest what you have sowed. So we are going to plant and we have already prepared the seedlings we are going to plant, which is sukuma wiki and spinach.
Let's go. So ni gani? Umesema sukuma ndio inamea sana vizuri.
Sukuma, spinach, tunapanda traditional vegetables kama managu.
Na hizi ni gani?
Sasa hiyo unachukua ni spinach na inachukua ni sukuma wiki.
Okay, twende tuipande.
Tunaenda kupanda kwa shamba sasa. Sasa ni spinach na hii sasa ni sukuma wiki.
Okay.
Ndio sasa wale
umesema ni 2 weeks.
Sasa hizo ni 2 weeks, tuna grapes, tuna celery, tuna stevia,
celery,
tuko
lemongrass.
Hata lemongrass.
Sawa.
Rita, welcome to Farming Wonder. I want you to have a taste of our strawberries.
I see they're so ripe.
See the taste.
Like red. Oh.
Yeah. How is it?
It is so sweet.
Yummy, yummy.
It's organic.
It's very organic.
The sweetness of
no
having
pesticides.
Organic.
It's just organic.
Wow.
Just natural.
They're so sweet. Siniona uko na ingine. Mbona uko hivi?
Oh, okay. Sawa tu hakuna shida. Yeah.
It is so sweet.
Now we are preparing for planting. We have Mr. Evans here. And
Hi, Evans.
I think he better performs the opening ceremony.
The opening ceremony. Wow, we are about to have an opening ceremony here. Join us. So where do we start? This is the opening ceremony.
This is it, eh?
Yay!
Going on well. Amen.
Okay, let's see how it turns out.
You can save this one.
Oh, you just need this?
Yes.
Okay, let me come to this side.
So now, okay, we are going to be left with this one. The terraces are 3 inches wide.
The diameter. This is where my maths zinakuja.
For this one is about 3 feet there.
3 feet.
Yeah.
Hizo ma diameter na ma circumference.
So now, now we are going to apply soil now.
We are applying our maths.
Yeah. Chukua spade, eh?
The spade.
Sawa. Shika hapo, Linda. I want to be a farmer.
I'm a farmer myself. Ni kazi ya watu wawili. Hii lazima mwingine ashikilie, mwingine akiweka. So this has manure or haina manure?
Haina manure. This is just soil only. You'll come to where we'll be applying manure.
This is the loam soil you're talking about.
Yeah, this is loam soil. It's suitable because it doesn't vary like the black cotton soil.
So the one below is bigger The more you go up, the smaller it gets.
They reduce 6 inches in diameter.
So with 6-story, how high can it go?
It should go to 4 feet. Because one strip is 48 inches or 4 feet.
Now I've balanced. So unaweza export soil from another farm for the purposes of creating this.
We usually do that for those people who do not have the soil.
I see some have been fastened by screws. It comes like this.
Yes, sir. Because the material is strong, it can withstand the boats.
So this plastic, where can someone get? Someone can make it with a normal polythene paper.
No, it has to be heavy duty polythene paper, HDPE. Because the normal polythene paper will tear off.
Oh, so this is for the beginners. So from here, what happens next?
We do the manuring.
Ah, I've seen the manure is right here.
How is the next layer? 1, 2.
Oh, there's another layer on top of this.
Yeah. This is the 6th. Because we have 6 levels.
I've noticed it's less labor intensive.
Very, very. Labor is just when you are installing.
I'm sure by now there's someone who's so curious and wanting to know where can they get these materials, where can they get this?
We are the suppliers. That is our core business. We supply the material, we install, and we even plant. And we also supply seedlings.
So tell me, what's the cost now? After you've prepared like this, what's the cost?
The cost of material only is 1,500. Installation labor is 500 shillings per garden. And then the cost of the seedlings depending on which one the farmer needs.
So you actually sell everything, from seeds to materials and everything?
We sell everything, yeah.
It is wonderful. And your strawberries are truly wonderful.
The Wonder Multi-Story gardening concept. We're going to feed this one.
Okay.
And leave about 4 inches for the manure.
I feel like mine is not straight.
From here now, we leave this gap for the manure. Mix with soil at the ratio of 1:1.
Okay. This is the manure?
Evan is preparing to mix the soil with the manure.
Okay. Evans, I can actually help you mix. I need activity. At this level.
Yeah.
So this one is full already?
Yeah, so the garden, the Wonder Multi-Story garden is full up the top area.
So it's only the one at the top that you put manure, not all of them?
We are going to manure all the terraces. Yeah, going down.
Yeah.
So we scoop this soil because this is virgin soil.
Yeah.
It has no manure.
Yeah. So we just scoop it out with the hand?
Yes. We scoop about 3 inches, just using our hands. Because we want to apply manure which will only be helpful to the plant.
It is quite an activity, yeah?
You know, manure is a bit expensive, so we have to be economical.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tyro, you're even lucky because if you're using fertilizer, the cost has really gone up.
And we apply manure mixed with soil at 50 or at a ratio of 1:1.
Ah, okay.
And we can start.
So this is goat manure.
Linda, now
it is ready.
The 6-story Wonder Multi-Story garden is
ready.
Complete. We have done the installation. We have done even the manuring.
Wow.
Now it's planting time.
Wow. You can imagine, in less than 1 hour, we are done installing this and we've put manure and soil. Quite an easy process, less labor intensive. You can try this at home as well, right? So we go to planting now. Tupande nini?
Tutapanda sukuma wiki na spinach. But before we plant, sasa tutaweka maji. Ndio sasa tuanze kupanda.
Oh, so you have to put water.
Yeah,
is there water
Evans
here?
is fixing the mfereji ndio sasa tuweke maji.
Evans, hata ndio hii hose pipe. Thank you so much, Evans. Now, installation, check. Soil and manure, check. 6 multi-story vertical gardening, check. Now, we are about to plant, yeah? I hope you still have your notebook and pen. So, mbegu zetu ziko?
Mbegu ziko hapo nyuma yako.
Oh, they're right here. Yeah. So, strawberry at the top?
Strawberry at the top, and on the sides you plant sukuma wiki and spinach. We plant 5 strawberries, one at the center, and the others on the sides.
Okay.
Tunazitoa kwa karatasi kwanza. Unaweza rarua tu, usiwe na wasiwasi. Tunazitoa tu kwa karatasi. Hizi ma strawberry.
So we plant from where?
Make a hole, just deep enough. Then you press this one here, this one, because we need 5 of them. You make a hole, then you do planting. Linda, you are learning very fast. I can see that.
I'm actually enjoying this title.
Yeah.
It's so easy.
We are done with planting strawberry.
As long as you have your seedlings, you're ready to go. What next, sukuma wiki?
Yeah, we can plant sukuma wiki.
I can pick them from here.
Hizi ni zangu. Wekelea hapa juu. Spacing is 6 inches. We are used to it, so we don't have to use a ruler or measuring tape.
Napima na mkono.
Yeah, tunapima tuna mkono tu, tunajua pale 6 inch imefika. Jua hiyo experience. Hivyo tu. We have to start from the top to bottom, because some are shading. For example, sukuma, you cannot just mix them in rows, because one plant will overshadow the other.
So that's why it's called vertical garden.
That's why we plant from bottom to up or from top to bottom. It doesn't matter.
Mbona anabeba strawberry kubwa hivi hapa kwa mkono?
Leta hiyo nikuweke hapa. Hapana, hapo itakuwa too close. Enda chini. Hiyo line ya chini.
Pharaoh, now that you've planted this, how much do you think we'll get from this particular one that you've installed today?
If you plant spinach, you can harvest 7 kilograms. And 7 kilograms can retail between, you can wholesale between 30 shillings and 40 shillings. So it will give you almost 300 shillings.
And how much do you think you'll get from strawberry?
Strawberry, you can harvest 4 pallets. Yeah, or 1 kilogram of strawberry fruits per week. We sell at 100 shillings per panel, so it can give you 400 shillings per week.
I'm curious, would you say this is a profitable venture?
Yeah, I can say it's profitable because I'm able to do many things with the proceeds I get from the farm. We also do trainings where a group of farmers or individuals visit the farm, and we show them how the concept works.
Wow. Hey, Thairo, I'm so impressed by what you're doing, and thank you so much for allowing us into your farm, and we've had a great class today.
Thank you very much, K24 team, for coming to our farm. And you have participated in planting. So we have said from the beginning that if you sow, you harvest what you sow.
Well, Cyrus just said, you reap what you sow. Now you don't have an excuse not to farm in your limited space, in your balcony, at your home. Yeah, you can install this vertical gardening system that is less intensive, less labor intensive, and you can see you can produce a lot of crops, not just vegetables, but also fruits, carrots, you know, many other things. So thank you so much, and I wish that you can practice this in your house, because from today you have no excuse not to be having vegetables in your house. Thank you so much for being part of the show today. Until next time, next week on Friday, see you again. My name is Linda Koske.